Trust was the most important thing. But I will say this today, is that we are not going to give up in any way on Tarkwa. So in November...
But the gold is coming from Ghana?
We all know that recently Ghana said to kick out Goldfield out of Ghana. They failed, to renew their contract. And we all know that Goldfield have been in existence here in Ghana for more than 25 years. They've been trading, they've been making money here in Ghana. And recently, things have been happening in South Africa. South Africans are chasing away both the legal and the illegal immigrants from Ghana out of South Africa, and they are set to repatriate 863 Ghanaians back to Ghana this coming Wednesday. But recently, Goldfield, as the information reaching us right now, is that they are set to, sue Ghana. One that shall never end. Let's take a look at some of the videos, then we'll be right back.
In Johannesburg last week and last 2 weeks, they were chanting, go back to your country, go and fix your country, go back to your country. Now they have forgotten that some of the wealth in South Africa, it came from Ghana. It is the mining of gold. Anglo Gold Ashanti, it's a Ghanaian company. Goldfields Ghana, it's a South African company. They mine the gold, and the guy is telling us that 25% of their global output has come from one single mine in Ghana, Takwa. They have two mines, they have Daman, they have Takwa. Why are we doing that? And then South Africans will tell us that, go back to your country, go back to your country. We don't like that. They shouldn't be doing that. We will not sack them to go. But if you have had a mine for 30 years, it's okay. You can't have it. You paid $1, $2, $3 million. 1, 2, 3 for 30 years. Mine, gold. The price of gold over the last 30 years has been fluctuating. The last 2 years has received phenomenal pricing. 9 years ago, gold had high rise pricing. They benefited from all of that. How much did they pay the government of Ghana? It depends on the contract that they signed. What contract did they sign? Most likely, contract that is lopsided in their favor. We always sign contracts lopsided in our favor because we don't present our best foot forward. We have people who don't understand what they are doing. We have people who don't want to help Ghana, and then they become important. They are minister for this, chief director, this, that big man, this big man, that. They have no interest for the country. They go and they sell everything out, and the young people don't have no jobs to do. The young people have no jobs to do. We shall not allow this to happen. Nobody, no media house should allow this to happen. No influential Ghanaians. Everybody must send a text to the president. If you don't have his number, ask his friends. He'll give you his number. Everybody must send a text to the president that Mr. John Dramani Mahama, you cannot do this. You shouldn't do this. We won't allow you to do this. If you do that, all those young people who voted for NDC, don't vote for NDC again. If you like, don't vote for NPP too. Let's stay at home. If President Mahama gives this mind to South Africans for another 20 years, never vote again. Why are you voting? Why? You vote for somebody, he comes and he takes what is something that can happen, something that is substantial, some inheritance that is great. He takes and gives it to a white man, but the white man will give him tea and coffee and biscuits and meat pie. Is that what's about? Tea, coffee, biscuits and meat pie. That's all. The white man comes and he shares these things to us. Many years ago, they bought a mirror. They showed a mirror to our ancestors. They say, hey, mirror, and then they gave out valuable things. Anyway, I'm being signaled to go. No way to that mine out of the quest. Did I say that mine? To Takwa. No way to Takwa. You cannot give that mine to the people of South Africa. There has to be an arrangement where Ghanaians are participating. Professor Buzia, many years ago, said that we must have the economy in the commanding heights of Ghanaians. He said we're not going anywhere until the commanding heights of the economy is in the hands of Ghanaians themselves. Achampong came and reiterated that position. Today, how many years later? More than 50 years on, and we are going to present one of our important mines to at least extend to Goldfield Ghana Limited. No way, no way, no way, no way.
Trust was the most important thing. But I will say this today, is that we are not going to give up in any way on Tarkwa. So in November last year, we submitted a lease extension for the Tarkwa mine, which would give us, at least for the initial term, another 20 years of mining at Tarkwa. This will require quite a significant amount of reinvestment. We're going to have to move a huge amount of more material. We're going to have to invest a whole lot in additional fleet and equipment. That's going to require additional manpower to actually move that material over the next 20 years. But what that will do...
Of gold annually. That means annually $2.3 billion. And this is in Tarkwa, the western region in Ghana. Goldfields only invested about $10 million in corporate social responsibility, while they make $427 million in profit. This is recorded in 2025, which means only 1 cent per ounce of gold is allocated to community support. Hence, this is what the town looks like after 30 years of them extracting mines from Tarkwa, from Ghana. Goldfields, where is it? Registered Johannesburg, South Africa. South Africa people. So the South Africans are now, complaining, oh, foreigners are in my country, but the gold is coming from Ghana, like other African countries. Of course, the story goes deeper. The United States is the one owning most of the part of Goldfields. Canada as well. These large institutional investors like BlackRock own the CEO is even richer than Elon Musk. Like, Don't we need to make sure that it's owned by Ghanaians? Let me know what you think in the comments.
The High Commissioner here, the Ghana High Commissioner Benjamin Kwasi, he's going to tell us quite in detail as to what is happening in this place. But we've got dozens of people that have come here to be registered to go back to Ghana because of that. Welcome, High Commissioner. Just face the side and tell us what's happening here. What are these people doing here?
I think that these are people that are in here voluntarily as part of those who wants to be repatriated back home. We are starting the process of screening them and ensuring that they tick all the dots that they have to tick, so that on Wednesday they will be the part of the 300 people that will be going to Ghana.
And why? What reason are they giving you to be here? Are they feeling threatened? They've been attacked?
Well, their lives have come to a standstill. They don't feel safe. They don't feel happy. The challenges as to these demonstrations, this rather unrest, xenophobic attacks on them, most of them feel that their time here is done, because they believe that they are here to work genuinely to help the country and also to help themselves. If that purpose is defeated, then they don't know the reason why they should continue to be in this country. So they are willing and ready to go back home, to go start life all over.
With the group of people that have been here, are there some that have been physically attacked, or is the threats and the marches that happen?
I think with the numbers that we have here, about 10-20 people that we've documented have been attacked. Physical abuse, physical attacks. And I believe that it's not right in the Committee of Nations, especially in the AU model, that we'll be doing these sort of things to one another as Africans.
We've seen Ghana taking South Africa even to the AU. Does it mean Ghana supports illegal immigration in South Africa? What's the stance of that?
I think Ghana's problem is that the approach to which we resolve the issue. Globally, we know that illegal migration has always been a challenge, a big challenge. How we solve it proactively is what the difference is. We've engaged with South African authorities on several occasions. They've been very, very helpful. But we have moved from that point to the point where the demonstrators don't listen to whatever government says again. That is where the challenge is, because at the end of the day, they are taking the laws into their own hands. I remember President Ramaphosa giving a statement condemning this act, only for the same demonstrators to say that they've given foreigners till June 30th and that they will not listen to the president. What does that mean? That is disrespect for authority, and I think that is something that we all have to frown upon.
Just give us a rundown of what is happening here and how will it culminate into traveling and when.
So once we are done with the screening of them, we'll let them know the numbers that are going to Ghana. We are expecting to have about 200-300 people here today. Home Affairs will start setting up on Wednesday at 10 a.m. today for them to be able to leave on Wednesday at 6 a.m. to Ghana.
The other groups, since we had there about 800 of them that have shown interest?
So the first group has an aircraft that will take 300. After some few days, we'll take another 300, and then there'll be a third flight for 300, making sure that we get everybody back home.
Is it a set moment that Africans would feel unsafe in an African country?
That is where the Pan-African dream that we all believe we should have has fallen limbo in South Africa. I sometimes listen to the demonstrators and their leaders, and I feel ashamed as an African, because some of the rhetoric, some of the things they say. Look, we all believe in diplomacy. We all believe that the world has moved from one of being in isolation to a global.
It has now come to the point that, countries are now fighting to own their business, to secure their business. Meanwhile, in this particular country, South Africa, they are busy chasing away illegal immigrants. They are busy chasing away even those that are legal in the country, making, life unbearable for them. See, I am not asking South Africans not to chase away people from their country, but there are ways to go about it. Now, look at this mining company asking for more years to keep mining Goldfield in Ghana, and they are South African company. Guys, make it make sense to me. I don't know. In this life, I believe that whatever you don't want people to do to you, don't do it to others. That is what I believe in.